So Prashant Baba, where were we? Sorry, I'm bothering you every time. Did we finish the 22nd one? Or finished? Or 23rd we have to go? 23rd, I know we have not done it. Yes, Sripad Baba?
22nd, Baba.
22nd we have finished?
No, starting.
I think 22nd, the first line we had finished. No, yam labdhya chaparam labham manyante nadikam tataha yasmin sthito na dukkhena gurunapi vichalya. I think that second line we had just touched, I think. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go into it and we'll see how it goes. Okay. Yeah. So we are in the chapter 6, that is Dhyana Yoga. And we are specifically, if we look into it, from the verse 28 to 23rd. Verse 28 to 23rd, what Lord has done is He's giving the benefit of meditation. Especially He is borrowed here, borrowed heavily from Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. That's Sabhi Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. So from there it is borrowed. So we had seen that there are quite a number of definitions he had already given that. The first one being Chitta Uparamanam was there. If you remember, so the mind is in the state of absorption, the mind is there. It is not like yoga as defined in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. Tadadrashtu Swarupe Yavastha. No, yoga is Chitta Vritti Nirodha. The mind is cessation of all modifications of the mind. Yoga. That means the mind is, in a way, it is dissolved. But in here, he is saying Chitta Uparamanam. The mind is doing that. Where it is now, mind is now dwelling on Atman, Atmajnanam. So he is not going into this world of objects, persons, and experiences. So what he is doing, his mind is now concentrating on the Atman, the pure self. So this is, you can equate with dharana. Dharana is the case where your mind, through your sense organs, it is going to different things of this world, persons and experiences. Instead of that now, what is doing, it's concentrating on Atman. Atman is how he is doing it. Whatever the characteristics, so-called, so we cannot say characteristic, what is the nature of Atman, which Lord has already defined in the second chapter 12 to 25. So that is the thing it should be playing upon. It is observing that knowledge. It is the state of nididhyasanam. Dharana is a state of nididhyasanam otherwise. Because I know what is Atman. Now in the case of Mananam, I now understand logically it stands. But experientially, it's not available for me. I don't feel that I am this all-pervading eternal consciousness. So that benefit of this knowledge, there is a barrier there because my previous experiences is I don't have it. So my mind cannot comprehend it. So my intellectually first I have to understand it. Now I have understood it. Now I am exploring. I have to see whether I can feel it, experience in my own life. So that's called Nididhyasanam stage. Whether it is really true, That is become prajnana. Jnana, vijnana, prajnana. We had discussed that. So this is the chitta uparamana. The second one, he's saying atma darshana. Atmana, atmani, atmanam. If you remember that. That means he's dwelling on the self-knowledge. So that means instead of going into this world, so he is now concentrating on his true self. Concentrating is not that only when you are sitting, you are meditating, you are concentrating. No. In and through your experience, when you are meditating, of course you are concentrating. But even while you are interacting with this world through your mind, body, and intellect, still you are anchored to that higher knowledge that I am not this body, mind, intellect. I am that Satchidananda Swarupa, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. So with that, so that is called Atmana, Atmanim, Atmanam Darshana, with there in the 20th verse. Then in the 21st verse, he's called Atyantika Sukham. The Sukham, what is the benefit? Another is called Atyantika Sukha. Why Atyantika Sukha? Because whenever I am looking at this world, whatever the things I have gained, the pleasure, joy, whichever I have enjoyed, so what has happened in that case, because it's temporary, things do change. So I am always running after it, to grab it. That little better pleasure wherever I'm going, I'm trying to repeat it. So, but in case here, why it is Atyantika Sukham? Because here, it is not happiness or pleasure or joy you are getting from the things which are temporarily available for a specific period, available at different periods, times, in places. But here, it is irrespective of where you are. Whatever you are dealing with, you are in that state of bliss. So it is not pleasure or it's not happiness, it is bliss itself. Try to understand the difference there. Existence itself doesn't exist like a tree exists. That means it stands out. A river exists. That means a river stands out from the sea of existence. It comes out like a wave. Just comes out from the surface of the sea. It stays for some time, then it dissolves away. So it stands out. Similarly, you are bliss itself, Ananda itself. You don't feel like, happy. No, that's for that you need a mind. But it is a potential form is there. It is a sense of satisfaction, because when you are all pervading, when you are eternal, what is that something which is available not to you? Everything is available to you because you are eternal. It has to be, if it is there, it has to be there inside. If it is eternal, whatever you are experiencing in the past and the future you are hoping and everything, it should be here now, here and now. So that's why it's called Atyantika Sukha. There is no limit to it, beyond limit. Atyantika Sukha. Then he said Tattva Nishtha. Tattva Nishtha, the fourth definition he gave. Tattva Nishtha means, so you try to, once you get a taste of it, what you do not again go down. Because once you have taken bath, you again do not go and play in the dust. So similarly, once you have tasted the highest, so you don't again want to get into the mud. Even if you have to walk in the mud, you are centered or anchored on your higher self. It is like a temporary, some discomfort has come on the way, so you can transcend it. So it's not like, that means you are not getting rid of sorrow. Because as long as the body is there, body problems will be there. Body problems will be there. So you cannot avoid it. So that's why Buddha said, can I then, if I listen to you, like that disciple asked, can I not become old? I will not become diseased. I will not die. That will happen. Buddha said that will happen. That means the bodily pain is going to be there. Knee is going to pain. Tummy is going to go wrong sometimes. BP may come. So this temporary sorrow will be there. But what you do? You transcend because you have now the khajana of inexhaustible bliss. So that's why it's called Tattva Nishtha. So be centered on your true nature. That is Tattva. Tattva is here, Atman. Then Atyantika Lava. So now here, the next one is this 22nd verse. Let's look at the verse itself. Just a second. Let me share that with you. यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यते नाधिकं ततः यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते. So he is saying, having gained that state, yam labdha, yam means what? That being established in your true self. That one, labdha, means you gain it. Now the question is here, do we gain it? Why he is saying that to gain it? Am I not my true self at all the time? Is it available or is not available? Only when I go into Nirvikapa Samadhi, I have it. So who is going to answer that one? Yes. It is available to me or not? Why is saying yam labdva? I have to get it. Where from you get it? Even when you are not aware of it, your higher self, that Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam is always there. Your higher self is always there, even if you are aware of it or not. Because whether you are aware of the space or not, can you stay out of space? You cannot. Because it's all pervading. So if my true nature is all pervading and eternal, and he or she should be here and now, it's available. Whether I am aware of it or not. Now if you can see me, I am there. But if this light would not have been there, you would not have been able to see me. Now that I told you that light is there, you may be able to perceive the presence of light reflected on my face. But it was always reflecting on my face. You have seen it, you have looked at it, but you were not aware of its presence. So can we say, I now got the light? No, it was there. So what is there? Yam labdhva. That means you now recognize. Previously you were not recognizing it. Now once your guru teaches you, the scriptures teaches you, or you understand it, now you understand this. That I cannot stay separate from space. As long as I am seeing things, the light, presence of light is always there. Otherwise you cannot see. Similarly, if I exist, how can I stand apart from existence? Then I become non-existent. So from that perspective, you look at that word yam labdhva. This is one way of looking at it, that recognize. Yam labdha also can be there from the point of view of a seeker. Because he doesn't know. We said, hey, I got it. The expression can say, I got it. Did you get into samadhi state? Oh, I got it. Do you know your true nature? Yes, I got it. Your true nature was always there with you. What you got? The money was always in your pocket because you had not put your hand, you were not aware the money is there. Now you just put your hand and you found that the money was there. So you have not found the money from somewhere. It was there. You just now recognize its presence. Similarly, here you have to understand yam labdva cha aparam labam. There is nothing greater than that. Why there is nothing? Because whatever is there is available to you because you are all pervading. Whatever was there yesterday or whatever you are thinking you will get tomorrow is eternal. So everything is available now and here. So what is that? What can give you more pleasure or more happiness? Nothing. So this is the highest you can get. So that's what I said. Yam labdha cha aparam labham manyate nadhikam tat. I don't think there is anything else other than this which is more than this. Then he saying, Yasmin sthito, once you are established in that, what will happen? Na dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate. That, okay, let me say. Gurunapi, that means the intense sorrow or the greatest sorrow will not vichalyate, will not shake you. Why it will not shake you? Why sorrow will not shake you? The question is, why do you think that sorrow will not shake you? Now here, sorrow will shake. What is the greatest sorrow can be there? One is sorrow where it is comes, the pleasure or pain, it comes in the mind. So it is a feeling, is an experience in mind. So if your mind now it is in the calmest mode, that means what is the calmest? Why am I using this word? Because the mind you can say it is a tamasic mind, rajasic mind, or sattvic mind. Tamasic mind is a negative mind, lazy, or you are thinking ill of something. Rajasic mind is active. Sattvic mind, calm and quietude. You have to develop that. You have to work on it. So you come that. It's equanimous mind. But when you go to Nirvikapa Samadhi or Sapragyata, even Sapragyata Samadhi also, then what happens? That what is yoga? Chitta Vritti Nirodha. The mind is not there. Or it is dissolved. The modifications of the mind is not there. Whatever the mind is there, totally absorbed in the object of meditation. That is you yourself. So where is that mind is available who will think of sorrow? Even if it's greatest sorrow, it will not touch because your mind is absent there. So you will not be able to do it because mind is reserved. And what can be also, let's look at it another way. What can be the biggest dukkha or threat to human being? What is the biggest threat?
Death.
Death, correct. It's death. Always you will find the human mind is always caught up in that death. That is there always lurking at the back. So that's why we want to leave behind things to continue our presence in this world, even if I am supposed to leave after some time. So that's why you get married, you get children, so they will do it, they will do your Tarpan will do, they will remember you, then you make something, put a board there that it is constructed by Ajay Naik or donated by Ajay Naik. because you want the legacy to continue. Why? Because this is the same fear of death. The entire the Srishti, if you'll find in our own world, what we do is we try to perpetuate my existence. Even if I do not exist after some time, I want to perpetuate that feeling. Though everybody gets rid of you, nobody goes. They said the wife goes up to the door. Then friends go to up to friends and relative go to up to the Samsan Ghat, the burning ghat, cremation ground. And after that, nobody goes with you. First, second is they don't want even your presence there. So because if you come in the case of like an energy like a bhuta or something like that, they also try to make sure that you don't come. They get some priest or and they do all this of the rituals so that your presence is perennially, permanently is dispelled from there. So this is what the world gives to you. And we feel that, I am giving to the world so much. I love the world loves me. Nothing like that. So Gurunapi Vichalya. And why here it is not that death is no more a threat? Because you are eternal. Once you understand that I am eternal, where is the death of death? Death of death is for my body. There's no death of me. I continue even after the body is dead. Body is out of circulation. So that's why even that threat of death, the foreboding of death, is no more a threat to me. Its pangs of fear has now gone. So this is what it says. So it says, Yasmin Sthito, once you are established in your true self. So now the question comes, if I am meditating in the state of meditation, I may have, but what happens when I come back to this world? But the reality doesn't change. You may have to use your body and mind and sense organs to interact with this world. But the knowledge that who you really are is permanent. It's no more an information, no more a knowledge which you have gathered. It has become your, that's what jnana, vijnana and pragyana. Jnana is information, what you have got from Sravana. Then vijnana is mananam stage, where you question your doubts and they are resolved. So that is called vijnana stage. Then pragyana. Pragyana is nididhyasanam stage, where you find, oh, that is true, but I cannot see it in my life. But when you do the meditation, you contemplate, you stay with the knowledge for a pretty long time. So what will happen? That knowledge becomes part of you. You find that it's true in your case. So that means whatever, wherever you are, wherever and whenever it is there, it is always with you. It's just it's like there in your pocket, you just take it out. So even when you are dealing with this world, using fully well your mind and intellect and your body, but in and through that, you know who you really are. Like the actors in movies. Amitabh Bachchan may be playing the role of a coolie, but in and through that role, he knows he is Amitabh Bachchan. The moment he goes from this front of the movie camera to the green room, he knows who he is. So this is what he's saying. Yasmin sthito na dukkhena. It will not touch you. Gurunapi vichalyate. Gurunapi. Even if it is the heaviest of sorrow, it will not affect you. This is so another way. Another way you can look at it also. Because once you are there, even if some guru comes and tells you that, oh, you are going to die, this knowledge and all are all bullshit. But you will also, you can get rid of that guru. That means even if whatever the guru says, a disciple accepts it. But here when he has become your true knowledge, because you have experienced that is the truth, even if your guru can have doubt sometime, you can be able to disregard that also. Because it is my own experience, how I can disregard it. It's no more the knowledge of somebody else, because I have seen that it works in me, with me. I can see that it works. So from that aspect also, you will see that Gurunapi Vichalyate. So you are now transcending all the sorrows. Which sorrows? Why not you can also? All the sorrows you can get rid of, you cannot. Because body, especially mind is now totally under control. Whatever the misery comes in a psychological, emotional state, you will be able to handle it. But what happens to your physical body? The physical world around you? There can be earthquake, there can be flooding, and then your physical body, you can get sick also. So this is going to come. So what you have to do? You transcend it. Because you are no more identified with your body, mind, intellect. That's why Ramana Maharshi, he could transcend it. It's not that pain was not there. In case of Ramakrishna Paramahansa, it was not that the body was not having disease because you are a realized person. No, body will have its own limitations. But you transcend it. Pain will be there. But they don't own up to that. Because if my body is not my body, it's a vehicle I am using it. So whatever happens to the body, it should not be affecting me. And that conviction is so strong, the pain of the body just dashes off against that and comes out. It cannot penetrate into the mind. So that's why you can also the Gurunapi Vichalyat. How strong that conviction is there. So this is how, when you are established in your true self, throws at you or gives you on a platter. So enjoy the world, enjoy the cosmos, enjoy the creation of the Lord. So this is what beautiful. And also, God realization, self-realization. Is there any differences there? Can you try? Is there any difference between God realization and self-realization? Who is going to say?
No difference, Baba. No.
Huh?
In my view, no difference.
Who is telling this? Manohar. Who said this?
Ajay.
Oh, Ajay. Okay. See, there can be also slight difference can be there in the sense, philosophically may not, but experientially can be, because sometimes in bhakti, always use the term God realization. So I realized who the God is. They are not saying I realized myself, the God realization. And where I am stands there. I am merged with the Lord. So if I have realized God, so it is that. So is it theoretically or from their point of view, their perception is God realization, not self-realization. For Vedanta, it is self-realization. And self is equal to God. The philosophical is one and the same, but from the perspective of a bhakta or bhakti, there can be some differences there. So from that aspect, there will be some sort of a difference is there, but it's just mostly it is theoretical, I suppose, because you and the Lord, there is no difference at a higher level. Okay. So
Is it
let's go
because,
to the
Baba,
yes.
is it because, Baba, in Vedanta, we look at the reflected consciousness and the absolute consciousness, whereas Bhakta, they completely are absorbed, and that's why they lose track of reflected consciousness. Is that the reason for
No,
that?
reflected. If they may not recognize it, but without
Yeah.
reflected consciousness, how
Yeah.
it will be
Yeah,
consciousness?
exactly. They'll not recognize it. They'll completely be merged or absorbed in the absolute consciousness.
They feel that, yeah, they feel that it's not there. My body, mind, and intellect is no more standing out. It's just
Yeah.
merged, but it's the same one and the same thing. You
Yeah.
realize that you are that God, or you are
Yeah.
that person. So this is how it is. Okay. Now let's go to the verse 24th one. Oh, 23rd we have to go now. Yeah. Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sangitam sanischayena yuktavya yoga nirbhinna chetasa. So what is saying here that the state of what is giving another definition of yoga. What is the definition of yoga? Ittavati nirodha as far as Patanjali's Yoga Sutra is concerned. And as far as Bhagavad Gita is concerned, how the Lord has defined yoga? Yes. Come on. All of you know. What is the yoga? How is it defined in Bhagavad Gita? So, yoga is karmashu kaushalam and
Samatvam. Samatvam uchyate.
samatvam yoga uchyate. Samatvam, equanimous mind is also yoga. And from the equanimous mind, when you get into the action with mind centered on your true self, that is also yoga. So that means here it is talking about how you practice yoga while engaged in action in this world. Because that's what Arjuna was trying to avoid. He wanted to go to Himalayas to do meditation. So Lord is saying, no, you don't have to go there. In and through all your actions also, you can be in that state of yoga. That means union between you and your higher self. But here, the definition he's saying, tam, know this, that. What? Tam vidyat, meaning you should know. Okay, tam vidyat, you should know. Dukkha sanyoga viyoga, yoga sangitam. Yoga sangitam means it is called yoga. What is called yoga? Is dukkha sanyoga viyoga. Sanyoga means association from dissociation with sorrow. Let's understand what he's talking about. So another definition he's giving, he's saying this is dissociation. Yoga is union. But here he is saying dukkha is viyoga, means dissociation with sanyoga, with association with sorrow. That means what he's saying, your association of sorrow is there in a usual person, normal person. When you do that, snap that attachment to sorrow, then that is the state of yoga. Are you getting it? What he's saying here? He's saying dissociation. What is yoga? Yoga is dissociation of association with sorrow. Let's understand this. When you go to a doctor, so what the doctor does he give you health? What he does? Or he removes the disease. Come on.
He removes the illness by medication.
He removes the illness only. He doesn't give you health. Because your health is already there. Because your disease is something external. It has come from the external sources. It is affecting you. So what he does, he just takes away that. That's why it is called the person is swastha. Swastha. So means his self. Swastha means his health. His swastha. So from there it has come swasthya. Healthy state of this self is swasthya. So it is always there. The health is always good. But sometimes when it becomes sick, so what the doctor does? He just takes away the disease thing, whatever is causing disease, cause of disease, he takes out. Then your comes back to your swasthya. That means to your healthy state. So similarly, he's saying all this sorrow which is coming, it is unnatural to you. That means what he's saying, this is unnatural, and you have associated with yourself with this sorrow. So that means if you want to be in a state of yoga, you dissociate yourself from this association with sorrow. Because it's not a part of your nature, how we can be sad. Why? Why it should be? It is unnatural. So, to remain healthy, it is my nature. So if I am not in health, that means I have something externally, I have been affected. So, but it is something I can get rid of it. I should not say that I am a sick person. No, the sickness has come. The body is sick. It will be recovered fast. So this is how one has to look at it. Then when you observe your body, mind, intellect, it says like body is sick. You feel sick and you feel sad. Sorrow is coming. The suffering is coming. But if you can know that the sorrow is coming in my mind because it's a mental phenomenon, experience, psychological, it's an emotion. happiness, sadness is a characteristic of the mind. If I am not the mind itself, because if I can see the conditions of my body, that means I can see the body is healthy and body is not. Now it is healthy. Previously it was not unhealthy. It was unhealthy. Now it is healthy. Tomorrow it is become again unhealthy. So if I can observe the state of my physical body, then I am separate from my body. From which principle it is? Which principle I am using it here? Drik Drishya Viveka. The seer and seen, that theory I am using it here. If I can see the conditions of my body, the changes in my body, if I can observe that, that becomes an object, and whoever is observing inside me, that is the subject. That should be I. So I cannot be my body. Similarly, when I go inside, again I can see the conditions of my mind. I can see that the mind was happy, now it is unhappy, now it is sick, now it is jealous. If I can observe, perceive the conditions of my mind, the mind becomes an object, and whoever is observing the mind, he is the subject. If I can observe the conditions of my mind, so I stand separate from my mind. So if the sorrow is coming in the mind, how it can touch me? Even if it is the greatest of sorrow. But it is only in the mind only. Guru Abhi Bichal. So it will not be able to affect me. So but then why you feel sorrow? Because you have associated yourself that your mind is a part of your body, a part of you. So what you have to do, you have to dissociate yourself from your identification with the mind. Are you getting how he has defined this? That you have to dissociate yourself with your association with sorrow, or association here, you can mean that your mind. Because if you think your mind is yours, then the modifications of the mind becomes your modifications. The experiences of the mind becomes your own experiences. Sorry, it becomes you. Like I am sick. You can say my body is sick. You are not sick. You cannot be sick. If I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, how I can be sick? How I can be sorrowful? No. Because Brahman or the Atman can never, because there is no changes of Nirbhikara. There is no change there. Huh? Sorry? It's called Nirbhikara. That means no change. Unchanging. If it's unchanging, how can it be sorrowful and then pleasureful? No, it cannot be. So it cannot be me. So it's my mind. And I am not my mind. So it cannot touch me. So that's why what I have to do is mentally I have to do this one. So if I am attaching myself with my lower self, the body, mind, intellect, body becomes sick, I become sick. Mind is in sorrowful state, so I can say I am in sorrowful state. But when you identify yourself with the higher self, so what happens? Those experiences of the lower self, you may be able to feel it, but you know that they do not belong to you. When you bring that gap between your true self and your lower self, what will happen? They lose this sting. You will be able to take it, or you will be able to transcend it. Because knowing that we have a body, it's going to fall sick. Car can go, sometimes it can break down. We have to take it to the garage. Similarly, when the body will have its disease, so you have to take it to the doctor. Get rid of whatever that is troubling you. But you are not suffering because you cannot suffer because there is no change in you. Nirbhikara you are. So you are not suppressing. A pain is coming, I will bear it. Oh, no, you are not suppressing it. Or you are not running away from life. No, if I get into it, then I have to get into the mud. No, not that also. You know that if I have a body mind, it is going to fall sick. If I'm going to the office, there will be certain mental modifications will be there. Some experiences will come. It's typical to working in an office. But I cannot take those experiences as belonging to me, my higher self. No, these are the experiences of the lower self, or is a modification of my mind. Mind is angry, mind is sick, mind is sorrowful, mind is jealous. So we can dissociate it with self. You may fall. If you are aware of it before, because every action, every word is preceded by a thought. So if you are alert and focused, at that stage, when a thought comes, you will be able to eradicate that thought. You will not go with the thought. If you do not restrain yourself at that particular point of time, when the thought comes out from your subconscious mind, so then what will happen? It will gather volume or speed, like a ripple. In the sea, when the waves come, it first comes in the ripple, because when the wind is passing on the surface of the sea, small ripple starts forming. And when it gathers after some time, it gathers speed, the volume, it becomes huge waves, tsunami waves. At that stage, it is difficult to control that. But at the stage when it is just coming out, the ripple stage, if you want to prevent from it growing, then you can put some barrier so it will be easier to control it. Similarly, when the thought initially arises in the mind, if we do not go with the thought, like you saw the car parked there, okay, saw a car, then you said, oh, I have given my car to the garage, it has not come back. Oh, so did he get the part? He was saying that he was not getting the part. Where he will get? Did he go to Sarja or somewhere that place? Or should he have gone and put it online somewhere? So you go, if you go one by, it leads you. Then it will overpower you, overwhelm you. So that small problem, that car is not repaired, it becomes a huge one, because then you are thinking whether I should be able to discard it, take a new one. If I take a new one, where I take the loan, how much I will get, how much will be my monthly EMI. So the whole thought, a small repair, now it is going to overwhelm you. So what you can do, you get rid of it the moment it arises in your mind. So when you do that, then what will happen? You will transcend. It's not that difficulty will be not there. The difficulty will be there, but you will be able to transcend it. It will not drag you into a mind which is going up and down. of pleasure and pain. So this false link you have to break, because this is also on the highest philosophically from point of view you can look at it. What is the link between Brahman and this creation? Hmm? What is the link? Is there any causal link is there? Is Brahman the cause of the creation? If I go to creation, I can go to find, and then I find that Brahman is there. Yes.
It's not caused, Baba.
Hmm. Hmm. Sorry. Yes, Baba, please.
No, Baba, Brahman is not the cause.
Brahman
But
is not the cause.
everything in Brahman or everything is Brahman.
Everything is Brahman, but what happens? There is no causal link. See, like in presence of the sun, see, the lotus flower blossoms. Okay? But can you say that sun caused, he deliberately he did some action so that the rose or it blossomed? Sorry, lotus blossomed? No, in its presence it happens. So in the presence of Brahman, the creation has come. But there is no causal link between the creation and the Brahman. Can you get it?
Yes, Baba.
Please repeat, Baba.
Huh. See, in the presence of the sunlight, the lotus flower blossoms. But it is not a deliberate act of the sun to make the flower blossom. It just happens in its presence. Like Tapasna said, it just happens. So similarly, in the presence of the Brahman, the whole creation has come. But Brahman by itself has not created this cosmos. So you can say there is a causal link between this world and the Brahman. There is no causal link. They stand totally apart. Like the screen and the movie. On the
Brahman is
screen,
the field.
yeah, Brahman is the screen. On his movie is playing. In and through the movie, you will never able to feel the presence of the screen. So in and through this cosmos, the creation, you will not see Brahman, you will not feel the Brahman. But those who understand this, once you understand it, you know the presence of the screen behind the movie, the presence of Brahman behind this cosmos. But whatever movies are being played on the screen, there is no causal link there. The movie is not deciding whether it's Towering Inferno will play or Titanic movie will play. The water, even Titanic movie doesn't weight the screen, nor the Towering Inferno fire touches the screen. Screen is totally apart from the movies which are playing. Are you getting it? There's no causal link. If there is no causal link, so how can I be sad? So that's what this Lord is saying here. You by mistake you have attached. You feel that you are attached. So dissociate yourself with that association you have created through your mistaken belief to do that. When you do that, what will happen? Let's see the second line of the verse.
So, Baba,
Huh.
does that mean that the creation is the dream aspect or the dream experience of the Brahman?
Yes. Yes. It just comes out. Like you, when you dream, you deliberately dream to create the dream. It just comes out. Whatever is happening in the dream world, are you the cause of it? In a sense, you can say, in his presence, the dream came. Of course, it came. But if there is an accident there, will you be held responsible because there is an accident in your dream? Because you created the dream? No. Okay. So when you know that, so that's why he's saying, Tam Vidyat. So know this for sure. What you know this for? This is called yoga, yoga sangeetam. It's called yoga. What is that? Dukkha sanyoga biyoga. Dissociation from your association with sorrow because of misidentification, whatever you have done it. So now get rid of this. Then the sorrow is totally gone forever from your life. So nischayena, know that for sure. Yuktavya. Yuktavya means you should practice. What you will practice? Yoga. What is that yoga? So
Dukkha
samatvam
Sayoga
yoga
Viyoga.
uchyate. So practice this yoga nirvinna chetasa. Nirvinna chetasa means without any deviation in mind. That means wavering mind, doubting mind, whether I am really Brahman. He said, whatever you are doing it, nischayana yuktavya, know it. He's not saying that believe it. He's not saying because somebody is telling it, you are doing it. No. Nischayana yuktavya. You know it. Practice it. Because now vidyat. Because in the first line he said, tam vidyat. Know that through knowledge, through your prajna. So now you are intellectually convinced. So now dissociate to yourself. And second line he is saying, now also emotionally also you can get able to get rid of that. If first you understand it, dissociate it intellectually. Then in the second line he is saying, so nischayana yuktavya. Practice it now. That I am not this, it doesn't touch me. Yoga nirvinya chetasa. Unwavering mind. So what you will do? You practice that. So when you do that, then what will happen? You will be able to get rid of all the sorrows of life. So if in the 22nd verse, Lord has talked about what is the benefit of the, the getting the blessing. What is the blessing? That whatever you are getting it, it is because of your identification with Brahman. And here he is saying, if you identify also, not only you will get the highest, you will also be getting rid of all your sorrows. Both the sides of the coin here. One side you get the highest, and second side you get rid of all the dukkham also. So this is, oh, what else you can do? So nirbina chetasa also, not with a sorrowful mind, but with a mind which is convinced, and cheerful mind, santa, quiet mind. So with that, when you meditate, and then you will be able to get rid of this. That abhyasa you have to do it, and this is there, you have to do it. That's why I'm just saying anything else I don't think. It's another one there. There is another also. Isavasya. What is the? Yes, okay, let me just see it. So what he's saying, how then I live in this world? So if you look at Isa Upanishads, so he's saying Isavasyam idam sarvam. This entire world, Jagatyam Jagat, that means whatever moving, whatever is not moving, all are permeated by Isa. Isa means the Lord, divinity. Tena tyaktena bhunjitha. Enjoy it, but giving up. How by giving up you will enjoy it? He's saying that means not get attached to it. Enjoy it, don't get attached. Tena taktena bhunjita. Magriddha kasyachit siddhanam. Whose things it is that you should be able to get attached? Because when you came, nothing came with you. And when you are going to go, nothing is going to go with you. Everything has been provided for you. Why you want to get attached to things? Magriddha kasyavid dhanam. Whose it is? Why you are getting attached to it? Don't get attached to it. And ena bhunjita. Without getting attached, enjoy the world. The moment you get attached, then starts the dukkha. Even Yoga Sutra is also saying in the second section, is Sutra 16 saying, Heyam dukkha anagatam. So if you get into yoga chitta vritti nirodha, then what will happen? Heyam dukkha anagatam. Heyam means in future. Dukkham anagatam. Sorrow will never come. Why? Because you understand that mind is not there. So dukkha is not coming. When a mind is there, dukkha is coming. So that means that dukkha is associated with mind. It's not associated with me. So heyam dukkha anagatam. Then in Mundaka Upanishad, there is another beautiful verse is there. If I can share that with you. It is saying there, Vidyate hidam granthi, chidyante sarva samsaya, siyante sarva kaman, tasmin drishte parabare. Vidyate hidam granthi. He is piercing the hridaya granthi. That means your attachment. Hidatam sarva samsaya is all his whatever the doubts were there, so siddhyanti, that means it has been filled. Kshiyante sarva karmani, all his karma phalas have been kshiyante, means it has been wiped clean now. Tasmin drishte paravare. So that means all his karma phalas, including all the sorrow and everything, has been wiped clean. So that is happens when you are self-realized. So even if we are not self-realized, but am I not? Can I deny that I am not Satyam Jnanam Anandam Brahman? I cannot deny because that's my true nature. If that is my true nature, the results of that, if I live in that knowledge, whatever is available, it is available. So if I have not got self-realization, okay, I may not be able to comprehend the whole thing, but whatever I comprehend, can I fake it and leave it? We were discussing last week about that movie. What is that movie? Deepak Baba said,
Guide.
guide, yeah. You fake it, you make it. So we can start living. We can start dissociating ourselves, our attachment to our mind, the modifications of the mind, with the experiences of the mind. I have not the experiences. It's worth trying. We have to have this knowledge, have proper understanding, without doubt, and then start living. Start practicing whatever yoga practice we are doing it, but start living also. Okay. Thank you. Any questions, Deepak Baba, Santosh Baba, Vajra Prasanta Baba, Manohar? Okay. Just summarize that piece, Baba. Okay. Let's close our eyes. Sit straight. Keep your spine straight. Observe your breath. Let us understand that my body and my mind and intellect are instruments. They are not me. So the limitations of the instruments of body, mind, intellect are not my limitations. Like the limitations of my car is not my limitation. Let us contemplate the characteristic of samadhi which Lord has given in this verse from 28 to 23rd. Contemplate. If you have any doubts, we can try to resolve it. But wisdom lies in living this teaching. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Santi Santi Santi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of Sri Guruji, Gurudev, all the Kriya Masters, all the sages and saints. I bow to you all. Thank you.